Hello, travelers! Yeah, Yus is gonna hate me for doing that. If anyone tells Yus that I stole his intro, I will find you and I will cut you. Anyway, I've gone back to Gen 2 because Gen 2 is the shit lately. I've been doing a lot of Gen 2, I'll be uploading. My team on the left, pretty boss team, I quite like it. His team on the right leads out Nido King. Fair enough. My king versus his king, I don't want to be put asleep, I bring out the toast. Toast takes the sleep. It's cool because I got the sleep talk, so I'm cool beans. I'm now gonna go back into Snorlax because I'm predicting some sort of ice beam. And it turns out he goes for the Thunderbolt, so either this is telling me he doesn't have an ice move or he was predicting something to come in. So the fact he doesn't have Thunder makes my life a lot easier. I mean, everything in Gen 2 tends to have Thunder anyway. I go for the lovely kiss, I put this thing asleep. I'm like, okay, cool beans. I pull out my one and he pulls out his Cloyster. I kind of guessed he's going to try set up spikes the first chance he gets. I was hoping he wouldn't bring a Cloyster because this team only has one weakness and that's pretty much spikes. I don't want to over predict, I go for the grass knot. Now he bring this thing into scout and check and all that. I did not want to go for the hidden power fire on this turn because I thought it was too obvious. I went for the psychic, maybe I get a special defense drop, I don't know. He stayed in, so I'm like, ah yeah, and then I rushed too quickly to do this hidden power fire because then he's like, what, do you think I'm dumb? And he just basically pulls out this thing and puts in his fat shit, so he's gonna take that like a SpongeBob, and I don't know, I put in my Mischievous and Mischievous is just like, yep, didn't hurt. So this turn I'm gonna go for the mean look because why not, he might put something in that I can trap. He does actually in fact put this Raikou in, and I felt very stupid here because if I was to have used Protect on this turn I could have scouted what move he was going to use and I could have killed this thing because it turns out this thing actually has Thunderbolt, and if a Raikou has Thunder you do not want to leave Mischievous in because it will either paralyze you or 2-hit KO you. There's a 50% chance Thunder can 2-hit KO Mischievous, but a T-Bolt can only 3-hit KO. So I should have left Mischievous in. The fact that I didn't irritated me and I decided to blow up on the Snorlax with my frustration. And even that irritated me because the Snorlax lived on like small red piece of health. So now I'm making all these really dumb plays where I could have actually killed the Raikou and then maybe killed the Snorlax there. So I'm angry, I go for the body slam and I paralyze this Cloyster and I get a free switch now. So I'm like, do you know what, you're fine, you made me do this, I'm going to set up a curse. He's going to go for the spikes, I guessed he would, so I'm like, yes, I'm going to set up another curse. But the idea was that I was going to go into my Mischievous on the explosion, but just he kind of messed with me a bit. He said something and I took it wrong basically, and I didn't think he carried the explosion. I thought it was a rapid spin set. So I ended up staying in and he blew up on me, and now this thing comes in. Out of all the things he could have brought in, I was thinking no fighting type, and he brings a fighting type, and I'm dumb enough to leave my Snorlax in, and I take a crit quite badly. So my plays are just going down the hill now. I don't know what I'm doing with my life. I'm just messing around now. I've blown up, I've done shit. He switches out in panic and I'm like, ah, crap. This is like the perfect time to get his Snorlax back up. He goes for the Earthquake and I'm just like, oh, alright then, I don't know if he's got rest or whatever. I take this opportunity to get off a body slam because what's the worst that can happen? In the end I'm gonna get paralyzed or something. He goes for the return and I'm like, okay, well this is good because now I can just finish this thing and I'll feel a lot happier that now the teams are even. So it's 4-4 now. I still kind of wish I took out the Raikou because the Raikou is a huge issue and is the fastest Pokemon in this game. But I'm going to go ahead and growl this thing, and he does over predict, so now I do switch out because I don't trust this thing. This thing's crit and everything. So then he goes for another Rock Slide and I take that quite well considering the growl is in play. I want to try trap this Raikou again, and he doesn't bring the Raikou in, which sucks because now I know it has T-Bolt. I could have taken it out, but he brings this thing in, so I'm like, okay fine. I get off a Perish Song and he wakes up on turn 1 and gets a special defense drop on me, which is very irritating because the whole idea of this mischievous, it works with my milk tank. I have 4 rest users on my team: Snorlax, Mischievous, Vaporeon and Zapdos, and they all work with milk tank. So what I do is I tend to rest up, take whatever hit, and then switch out. But after that special defense drop, that's going to just put me right back to where I started. And I don't want anything taking an explosion, because I know the explosion's coming. It's just so obvious. And I really did want Mischievous for that Raikou, because there's nothing else on my team that can actually take out a Raikou. So I'm just like, ah, shit. I left it, it blew up, and Mischievous, being a ghost, just took that like nothing. Because it is nothing to Mischievous, and Mischievous now dies. So I'm like, okay, do you know what I'm going to do here? I'm going to use Discharge itself for growth. And the next turn I can baton pass it into Zapdos. But then I'm like, shit, I'm not even too sure how much, you know, Raikous are used for Zapdos walls, and Zapdos doesn't want to take a Thunder. So what I did was, I thought, let me go for Hydro Pump. I can probably live a T-Bolt quite well. Turns out I can't. I'm a 2-hit KO from T-Bolt, and I don't want to lose Vaporeon right now. So I go into Zapdos, and I took that T-Bolt way better than I expected. If I baton passed that growth into Zapdos, I would have looked so good right now. But either way, this Zapdos seems like it can do quite a bit of walling. So I'm going to Sleep Talk the rest. I kind of had faith in my Zapdos here that he would pull off the rest. And now, basically, me using rest, the sleep clause has broken, so he may now put something in sleep on my team if he chooses to. He brings this thing in. I'm going to go for Sleep Talking and Power. Now, because I know my sleep has reset, I don't really know what to do at this point, because I think Rock Slide's a 2-hit KO. So now I know the Rock Slide's coming. I had a faith here that I'm going to put my Milk Tank in. And I'm going to get my Milk Tank to wake up this Zapdos, because there's not much this Zapdos can do right now. And I just hope this Milk Tank can pull off its job, because Machamp has just been critting everything so far. It's annoying me. It's annoying me. It's not doing me any good. So I'm going to put Milk Tank in, just hoping that it's going to live whatever. I'm sure it will. And then I take that, I take the Rock Slide, and I'm good. Now here I could have used Body Slam, I could have Milk Drinked, I could have Growled, but either way, the only way I can come out here with actually Milk Tank doing something is by using Heal Bell. Because if I did heal up, it would have gotten this crit right here, and Milk Tank would have done nothing. If I attacked, it would have done nothing. If I growled, it would have done nothing. So the only outcome where I would have done something was the Heal Bell. And I'm glad I did, because now the Zapdos is awake, goes for the Thunder. This is why you should run Thunder. Thunder is a 2-hit KO, with a crit as a 1-hit KO. That made my life happy. 2v2. Alright, well, I have stronger Pokemon on my side, but Yus has the faster Pokemon. His Nidoking outspeeds Vaporeon, and his Raikou outspeeds my Zapdos. This is an issue. So, Vaporeon, I really want to play my Vaporeon at this point. I'm thinking, how can I play the Vaporeon in a way that he looks cool? But then I just realized there's not much I can do. I'm left with attacking this thing. The only thing I can do in my head, this is what I was thinking, I gotta kill this thing with Hidden Power Ice, and I gotta kill it to a point where my Zapdos is at like average HP, to a point where I can get off a Thunder, paralyze the Raikou, and then he'll kill me off, and then the Vaporeon comes in and finishes the Raikou off with a Hydro Pump. He reveals the Fire Blast here, and I had such a feeling to go into my Vaporeon on this turn, because I was scared of the T-Ball or whatever else he has, but because nothing's asleep, he still may put something asleep. So I was going to go into Vaporeon, switch back, but the spikes don't make my life easy, so I'm going to go ahead and let Zapdos sleep, because he's the best one to, you know, fall asleep with. Turns out that I could have actually played my Vaporeon after my Milk Tank died. After Milk Tank died, I put the Zapdos in, I used the Thunder and got the crit. It turns out that I could have actually played the Vaporeon to live Spikes. I didn't think it would live Spikes, but I think Zapdos was the better play there. And here I'm just going to go ahead and stall a little bit, because I'm trying to kill this thing, and I get to a point in HP where I'm good to kill it now, I'm good to go, and then he goes and gets this crit, and now this crit just messed up my whole game. this crit made me change my playstyle, because the idea was to just finish it next turn. But that crit now means I have to sleep. And I'm just like shit, because if I go sleep and sleep talk hidden power ice the first turn, I kind of don't want that. I kind of want to sleep talk it on one of the turns I'm going to wake up. I thought whatever, I need to sleep either way. Either way, this Zapdos is the winner of my, like, it's the only chance I have at winning. So this thing's dead. Now, if my plan comes to play here, the idea is I pull off a Thunder. So he uses Thunderbolt. That actually is not even a 3-hit KO. Thunderbolt I think is a 4-hit KO in Zapdos. 3-hit, 4-hit, I can't remember. All I know is right now Zapdos is walling this Raikou. So I get off another Thunder and I'm just not paralyzing this thing. This is ridiculous. I can live a Thunderbolt at this point in HP. I'm gonna go ahead and rest up, and I'm thinking for a long time, I'll tell you that much. I'm pretty sure I rest. I don't know why I'm taking so long to click the button. Just click. Okay, what am I doing now? Okay, I did click rest. Okay, I scared myself for a second. I rest up, and now it's just all down to faith. So I'm hoping here that I'm gonna use Thunder and get a paralyze, and maybe Zapdos can beat him one-on-one. So I go for the Sleep Talk and get the Hidden Power Ice. That's useless. I don't want that. Why are you giving me that? He goes for the Thunderbolt again, and I go for the Sleep Talk and get the Hidden Power Ice. And I'm like, what is going on? Actually, wait. I have a chance here. Come on, Zapdos. 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 You better kill this thing, Zapdos. And he goes and rests, and I'm like, ah. Why do you do this, Yus? Why do you do this? What did I do to you, Yus? Why must you do this to me? Here comes the stall. Here comes the... I don't even know what you want to call it. All I know is Zapdos is taking Thunderbolts, and I'm trying to reserve PP, so I'm not using Sleep Talk anymore. I'm just waiting till I wake up, because Sleep Talk will help me later when he runs out of PP. So I finally get the Paralyze. Now I was thinking here, can I go into Vaporeon? I could, but I don't want to risk it, so I'm just going to spam the attack. And he just rests, and I'm like, oh my god, yes. I'm going to take this opportunity to, I don't know what I do, I think I rest myself. Yeah, I do, because I'm near death. And I'm still taking these T-Bolts. I'm wondering how much he has left, because he's just got too many T-Bolts for my liking. I mean, I swear if he had Thunder, he could have either won by now, or I don't know. All I know is my Mischievous had one chance to kill this Raikou. It could have trapped it, protected, scoured the T-Bolt, and then that's it. I would have done so well. But now I'm just, you know, I'm missing Thunders. I'm doing so bad. I'm just trying to stall something that's not actually taking any damage. If Missy did its job properly with the Protect Rest combo, it would have done its job and I wouldn't be in this dilemma. I don't even know. All I know is I'm trying so hard to get some form of luck here, and I've just given up, and I'm trying to Sleep Talk something because I'm trying to speed up the game. He goes for a Thunderbolt and gets a crit, and I'm just like, yes, what the hell, man? What the hell? Did you really? You know what? Fuck this.